Something strange is happening. Jim Carrey recently appeared in Paris, and fans immediately noticed that he looked very different. His face, voice, and overall behavior started a huge debate online.
Bonjour, how are you?
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French.
After footage spread, people stopped talking about his award and started asking one question: what happened to Jim Carrey? Some even claimed he looked like a completely different person or suggested a clone theory. Now that Katt has been talking about Hollywood secrets, some fans believe Jim's appearance could be connected to something bigger. These are only online theories, but they have quickly gained attention.
Researched my whole life on what the entity was before I got there, My intention was to get in there and kick up some dust and try to become a whistleblower that they don't knock off. Because, they get all the...
Jim attended the 51st César Awards to receive an honorary award for his career. He even spoke some French during his speech, but the internet focused almost entirely on Jim himself. People studied his face, voice, and movements, saying something about him felt unusual compared with the Jim they remembered.
There is a huge conspiracy theory about beloved Hollywood actor Jim Carrey right now because people are saying he's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like two conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
So yesterday, 64-year-old Jim Carrey received a César Award in Paris, which is like a French Oscar. And he was just suspiciously acting out of character for the iconic Jim Carrey personality. And longtime fans also noticed he looked younger or very different. And for a lot of actors in Hollywood, that's the norm. He's 64. I support people getting work done. But a lot of conspiracy theorists who are really just diehard fans say normally Jim Carrey would never do this. His whole brand is drastically changing his facial expressions and melding his face into whatever he needs to do for his role. It's just the last person you would ever expect to do that. But what's really freaking people out and driving home the conspiracy theory is that his eyes are a completely different color now. They are green, but they used to be very obviously brown. Is it him? Is someone new under the mask? And Jim Carrey is infamous for his whole career long time, giving very powerful speeches against government corruption, against capitalism, against...
Some fans said Jim did not seem like himself, while others claimed he looked completely different. Soon, the word clone began trending. Viewers compared his new appearance with older interviews, pointing to differences in his eyes, jaw, teeth, and voice. Some believe the real Jim stepped away from Hollywood years ago, while others think he became outspoken about problems inside the industry. Jim has criticized Hollywood and powerful institutions before, which is one reason these theories keep coming back. People also remember Jim's famous red carpet interview where he questioned fame, personality, and identity. His words were unusual, and the clip went viral because he seemed to challenge the whole idea of celebrity culture. Years later, fans are bringing that interview back and comparing his old attitude with the person they saw in Paris.
Tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. There's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in icons?
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't.
Was that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no...
Back then, some people thought Jim was simply being spiritual or philosophical. Others believed he had learned something disturbing about fame. Now fans are asking why he seemed much more comfortable with the celebrity world in Paris. Some have even compared the situation to other celebrity clone theories online. Of course, people naturally change with age, and there is no proof that Jim Carrey was replaced. Jim is older now, so changes in his face, voice, and appearance are normal. Lighting, aging, weight changes, and cosmetic procedures can also make someone look different. Still, supporters of the clone theory say the biggest difference is not his face. They say it is his energy. The Jim from A Mask and The Truman Show was wild and unpredictable, while today's Jim appears much calmer. Some online theories even connect his change to the tragic death of his former girlfriend, but there is no proven evidence supporting that claim.
Jim Carrey was devastated last September when his 30-year-old girlfriend killed herself. Now, 10 months after the funeral for makeup artist Katrina White, the just-released autopsy report details her final days. She left a suicide note for Carrey. They had broken up the week before. I've spent 3 days now in disbelief that you're not here. I can go on brokenhearted and try to put the pieces back. I could, I just don't have the will this time.
She had not been seen in 4 days at that point. The last person she'd spoken to, it's believed, is Jim Carrey.
Chris Spargo is a reporter with thedailymail.com, which obtained the autopsy report.
Jim Carrey texted her the night before saying that he was actually missing a bunch of pills from his medicine cabinet, asking if she had them, but there was no response.
The toxicology report says she had multiple drugs in her system, including pain medication prescribed to an Arthur King, who is believed to be an alias used by Carrey, according to published reports.
She had obtained 3 bottles of pills from someone under an alias. It's believed it was possibly Jim Carrey.
Carrey last spoke to Katrina White via FaceTime for 3 minutes. Her body was found 4 days later in her rented home in Los Angeles. In her note, Katrina left the funeral arrangements up to Carrey.
We know they called Jim Carrey first when they found her body after finding her cell phone, before they even called her family. So he obviously was incredibly torn up about this, but he really was there in the aftermath.
She ended her note to Carrey saying, "Please forgive me. I am just not for this world." She signed it, Dewdrop, the pet name given to her by Jim Carrey.
Jim has also made several strange and memorable comments about Hollywood, secret symbols, and powerful people. Sometimes he sounded serious, and other times he appeared to be joking. That mix has caused people to wonder whether some of his comedy was hiding a deeper message. He even talked about secret meetings and the way entertainment can distract the public.
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it. It needs a scraping.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and you know, look at them trying to...
Those old clips are now spreading again because fans believe Jim has always tried to say more than he openly explains. Whether he was making jokes or sharing real opinions is still debated, but his unusual style has always made people look deeper into his words.
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I've played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character, right, because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
Over the years, Jim Carrey became much quieter and more philosophical. Instead of only talking about comedy and movies, he began discussing ego, identity, and fame. He also became involved in public debates about pharmaceutical companies and vaccine schedules alongside Jenny McCarthy. Those comments caused major backlash and heated arguments. After that, Jim appeared to step back from some of those subjects, leading some fans to believe he had been pressured into silence.
Today was World Autism Awareness Day. You both must be encouraged by all that's happened in this subject since you literally started it.
Yeah, you know, we've come a long way within the community. When I first had Evan diagnosed with autism, there wasn't much of anything. I had to find out about biomedical treatment on the internet after I typed in autism on Google. And out 3 years later now, there's 3 books and many thousands of children getting better because of biomedical treatment.
Jenny brought so much focus to this problem. And kind of that's why I'm here, is I want to bring as much focus as we can to this problem.
You married autism. Or, well, you're not married, so you live with autism.
When I invited Jenny into my life, I invited Evan into my life. And when I first met Evan, it was like he was on another planet. I wasn't in the room. There was no eye contact. There was no response to dialogue. There was no affection. And over time, I witnessed Jenny pull Evan through the window of unconsciousness and isolation into our world, where he is now a fully functioning person who can communicate, who can connect, and this is through biomedical treatments, GFCF diet, and the therapies that she's talking about. So I believe that autism, in my heart, is preventable
and treatable.
Fully functional. He's
completely recovered, Larry, completely recovered. And he's not the only one. There are thousands in this community that are getting better.
Why did you go so public? I mean, you had an autistic child. He got better. So why are you here?
I could have, hid and not said anything, and Evan would have blended into society. I made a pact with God, though. The day Evan became diagnosed with autism, I said, if you show me the way, God, and show me how to heal my boy, I will continue to teach the world how I did it. And within 1 year of that kind of conversation with God, Evan was undiagnosed from autism.
But it's still shocking to see how many people are ignoring this information.
The American Academy of Pediatrics, I begged and have sat down with and said, why are you not sitting down with our doctors and our scientists who are treating and recovering children with autism? And they refuse to this day to sit down.
I think if there was any possibility that a child was being helped, that someone would listen, someone would take a look. And the fact is, they're not even considering the information. They're not only not considering, they're discouraging.
That controversy brought a lot of criticism and media attention. Some fans now compare Jim's experience with Katt Williams, who has also spoken about problems within Hollywood. At the same time, people have connected Jim's old comments about secret groups with Jeffrey Epstein. There is no solid evidence proving that connection, but the theory has returned because of renewed attention on Epstein's former New Mexico property. New Mexico officials have reportedly started looking more closely at Zorro Ranch, where serious allegations were previously connected to Epstein.
I'm standing by what used to be Zorro Ranch, Jeffrey Epstein's massive property in New Mexico. And as of now, no one's really investigated exactly what happened here. Zorro Ranch is in Stanley, New Mexico, about 30 miles southeast of Santa Fe, essentially in the middle of nowhere. Epstein owned the property from the early 1990s up until 2023, and some people have accused him and others of wrongdoing at the ranch. Zorro Ranch is mentioned multiple times in the Epstein files, including an account by late survivor Virginia Giuffre.
Many of the survivors had experiences in New Mexico, and as we've learned, there were local politicians and other people that were aware of what was happening in New Mexico. So it's really important that at this point in time, a closer look is taken with respect to that property.
New Mexico State Representatives Andrea Romero and Mariana Anaya put forth a resolution to set up a truth commission on Zorro Ranch. And on Monday, the New Mexico House passed that measure. The bipartisan group will investigate allegations of abuse and trafficking at Zorro Ranch. Epstein died in what was ruled a suicide in a New York jail in 2019 while facing federal charges. When I asked lawmakers why there had never been an investigation into Zorro Ranch before, their big answer was, we don't know.
He was a known sort of gallivanter, ladies' man around town. They called his ranch the Playboy Ranch of Santa Fe. We know very little, if nothing, about, and certainly not a lot that the news has reported on. And what has been reported on is nothing short of alarming. And so for any sense of justice to be had, we have to tell the truth. We have to tell the story of what happened.
Zorro Ranch was Epstein's large property in New Mexico, where allegations of abuse and trafficking have been discussed for years. The property has appeared in accounts connected to the Epstein files, including statements from survivors. New Mexico lawmakers have also pushed for a closer investigation into what happened there and who may have known about it. Epstein died in jail in 2019 while facing federal charges, and his death was ruled a suicide. Questions surrounding his network, however, have continued for years. The renewed attention on Zorro Ranch has made people revisit many older questions about powerful people and hidden activity.
Jeffrey Epstein has leaked emails of people going out and doing hunts. What? Hunting for pleasure. Oh, hunting them like game. The heck? There was actually a woman that's leaking the information of what she said was a Rothschild hunting trip, right? And specifically certain types of people too, which makes it even more disturbing. This is to Epstein going to Mean Lana's party now to hunt. Why would you be going to a party to hunt? Snipe hunt is over. Moon cricket in a field bag. And then the bottom is so messed up. Look, guess what? Their words. No. Yeah. That's what they're saying in the email. There's speculation they would take a whole bunch of throw them into like a forest on a deserted area enclosed where they can't escape, and they would hunt them like game. And what's even more crazy is, what if this was the first step before consumption?
It makes sense.
There's no exact proof yet where these locations were. Okay. And I don't think necessarily was the island.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thrilling hunt from Ariane de Rothschild. Amazing old male. Amazing hunt.
What the?
She's talking about who she got.
And that brings us back to Jim Carrey. There is no confirmed proof that the man seen in Paris was a clone, or that the real Jim was secretly replaced. Those claims remain internet speculation. What is clear is that Jim has changed over the years. He has become more reflective, more outspoken about certain issues, and less like the energetic comedian audiences knew in his early career. With renewed attention on Epstein's former property and old Hollywood controversies, people are once again questioning what Jim may have been trying to say. So what do you think? Was Jim Carrey simply showing his age and a different side of himself? Or do you believe something more unusual happened? Let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching.